Hey guys, yo, what's up? My name's Seb. Welcome to Jump Inside Games. Today we're doing a look back episode on the series One Piece. Yes, the whole entire series is out, but we're just doing the first 2 episodes. We might do more of the episodes in future videos. It depends how this goes. Anyway, without no further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so a lot of stuff in this second series is really good, but just to cover over Series 1 quickly for me personally, a lot of Season 1 was character building. It had a way of introducing you to the world, to the characters that were going to be in the world, which are the Straw Hat Pirates. You also had an introduction to the bad guys, not quite fully bad guys, but bad guy enough. They were kind of like the people that were trying to catch these pirates. However, you know, they weren't really bad. They were just trying to control situations. But it just so happened because we're focusing on pirates, they were against the pirates, which made them the bad guys. And some of the people were kind of more bad than others. So yeah, it did turn out to be a battle between Luffy trying to overcome his granddad, so that was all kind of fun. It was a really good series. It was a really good series. There was a lot of character building, a lot of introduction to the world, so you could watch it, you could enjoy it, and it would just keep explaining stuff. But now that we're in Season 2, the character building, the world development, the stuff that they adapted from the anime, it's that part's done. That part's done. They don't need to introduce you to the world. They don't need you to introduce you to the characters. And they can really just mess around with what they want for the bad guys. And it really shows that. So, like, they've done the introduction in Season 1. So, yeah, now, like, and you see this immediately in Season 2, that they can really start playing around with different things. You know, for me, I think just on the first 2 episodes alone, it takes a little bit of time, but you do get introduced slowly to who the bad guys are gonna be. And for me, generally, I loved how it was a slow reveal rather than a big reveal, so it was kind of like a mystery. Like, immediately on the first episode, I thought it was going to be like, okay, we're going to see the Marines again as the main bad guys, and it just turned out it wasn't really the Marines, at least not the immense threat. They were kind of a threat, because there was a character called Smoker, and honestly, Smoker was a really good bad guy to introduce, and I was kind of like going like, oh wow, this guy is like quite tough and all that kind of stuff, especially when you find out that he's not just a Marine. Like, what's so special about him? You know there's something different about this character the moment he's on screen, and it turns out the reason he's called Smoker is because he's at one of those devil fruits, and it's like, okay, a Marine with a devil fruit, what's that going to be like? And it's you know, you can't hit the guy, he's made of smoke. That's cool. That's a real cool thing, because it proves a bit of a challenge for Luffy. In fact, it proves him so much of a challenge that we get a mysterious character. And honestly, and I don't want to do spoilers inside here, if you've watched or you've read up on, you know who this character is. It says mystery. If you want to know who the character is, it's not that hard to find out. This is based off an anime, so if you research enough, you will find out who the character is. However, you know, if you're just sticking to the live action and you don't want to spoil it for yourself, he's known as mystery character, and we'll probably find out who he is later. I don't know if he's going to appear in a lot of this series, because, you know, it did kind of make it out to be like, oh yeah, we're going to see this character pop up here and there, but he doesn't really pop up that much. It's a very small amount of that first episode, so whether he comes near the end, I have no idea. But at the moment, who he is, he's this mysterious character, and yeah, it's going to be a fun reveal when they reveal him. As an overview, I really like all the new challenges. I mean, it goes like, you know, the previous ones were workable for the team as they were team building, but like, you even got the clown inside this like first episode. Yeah, so one thing I found really funny about this first episode was he completely forgot the clown's name, but he remembered the female pirate from the very small bit at the beginning. It was Lavita, but yeah, it was Buggy the clown, and they're the kind of the first bad guys to introduce this first episode. However, when I like, they kind of like defeated them, I'd say a little bit by luck, but at the same time, it just kind of showed you that these characters were from season 1 and they're going to be very easy to defeat. It's the season 2 characters you want to watch out for. There's a level of difference between the clown and Smoker, and I like, you know, I like that feeling, because like the clown is hard to defeat, but Smoker is impossible to touch. So yeah, honestly, I generally can't wait to see how Smoker performs in this series. I don't think anyone will be able to fully defeat Smoker. At least I don't see him disappearing in this season anyway. And then obviously the team set off on the sail. They and you know, and like season 1, they were all trying to head for the Grand Line. This time they're going into the Grand Line, and they've got to work out how the Grand Line works. You know what? Honestly, you know this is going to be a boat adventure that will take more than 1 or 2 seasons to actually work out where left, right, and center. But the fact that, and honestly, the fact they get so much of this correct, I'm really liking this. Like, I was a little bit scared of how much this might not hit the same level as season 1. I think you've got to wrap your head around season 1 is a character builder, season 2 is an adventure. And I think they've got that adventure right on the money. I love the fact that they're pirates. And one thing about pirates is they travel from island to island, and because that's a thing, every episode can be its own unique adventure. It's a real cool way of doing it. The people that eat the fruits, that have these special powers, they're really inventive of the powers, because like these are powers I wasn't expecting, and I keep going, what else can they do? What else can they invent? And there's so much that they actually put into this series. What happens when you eat this? What happens when you eat that? And all that kind of stuff. And I really like what they do. I think it's really good. You know, there is one thing, like live action adaptations, do they actually work? And you know what? I'm starting to see them work more and more. So for example, things like the Pokemon that live action adaptation, that was really good. We've had Sonic the Hedgehog as a live action adaptation, that works really well. Avatar The Last Airbender, that works as a really good adaptation. I'm starting to see a lot of this adaptation stuff really hitting the market and really hitting some good places. So it's nice to see these things that were once cartoons or video games starting to really conquer this world of, you know, of being in a live action and just, you know, giving it a bit more life. And you don't often see that with success, but I'm starting to see it more and more. So yeah, generally liking what I'm seeing here. Overall, I really like it. I like the world building, I like the world setting, I like the adventures that they go on. I like the fact that every time they reach a new island, there's a whole new set, there's always some kind of mystery to it. Like anytime they land at somewhere, nothing is as it seems. There's always a catch. There's always a catch, and you just watch them as they try to figure out what's going on. I like the fact that there's no like the bad guys have changed. It's not like you have that Pokemon effect where every time there's a bad guy, it's mostly Team Rocket trying to ruin everybody's day. That's really annoying. So I really like the fact that they've gone like, okay, Marines were the bad guys in season 1. In season 2, we've got the numbers, which are like Mr. 0, Mr. 7, Mr. 8, 9. You've got this code name thing slowly just hinting here and there in the background, going that we're gonna see Mr. 0 at some point probably, because it sounds like everyone, all the bad guys are reporting to him. So I'm guessing he's the big boss of this, which is a little bit different from the Marines. I think if there's anything that's a letdown, and my only thing, my one thing, screen time with some of the characters. Like there's a lot of characters in season 1 in the bad guy area where you've got like the general and the 2 recruits that he was training up. I think one of them was called Kobe, and those characters have a lot less screen time in these first 2 episodes, and I'd like them to have more, but I know that you need to breathe and have space for other bad guys to change the series up a little bit. But yeah, no, it's just a shame that those characters don't get as much screen time, but I don't know, it feels like they're doing something with them in the background, so I can't wait to see what they do with those particular ones. Outside of that, I think this is great. Absolutely love it. Love what they've done, and yeah, I think if I have to rate this, I'm gonna rate this, and it's only due to some characters have limitations on airtime, which I'd like them to have a little bit more. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Anyway, there you go. That's the video for you right there. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to comment and tell me what you think about this season, and I will have a go at reading it. Also, by the way, I'm wearing this lovely Jump Inside jumper that you can actually buy now at our Jump Inside store if you want to support the channel. So if you do want to support the channel, why not grab some merchandise? Links in the description, and I will see you guys on another Jump Inside episode very, very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Anyway, I will see you guys on another Jump Inside video very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.